Hey there, everybody. I'm the Gulf Coast Granny. My name is Charlotte, and this is Poppy. It is Friday, thank goodness, and it's time to celebrate because it has been a week, y'all. I mean, a week. Hang on just a second. I got to adjust this just a tiny bit. But anyhow, it has rained and rained and rained all week long. And the garden is a swamp.
Yeah.
The backyard is a lake.
The front yard is a mush pit.
It is. Even the driveway's tore up. We don't have a concrete driveway. It's gravel. And it's even tore up. So we don't have a whole lot to talk about gardening tonight, and that's okay. Because y'all can just ask me some questions if you want to. Or we can talk about something besides gardening. It don't matter to me. I'll talk to anybody anytime. And it don't matter to me. That's good.
There we go.
That is, where's my bottle? This is a Woodbridge Merlot. And I get them in these little mini bottles because I never drink a whole bottle of wine, so I just don't waste it. So I get them in these little minis, and I like them a lot. What do they cost? About $2.50 a piece?
Yeah, about almost $3.
So that's what I'm drinking tonight.
If you were to drink a whole bottle of wine, you'd hurl.
If I drank a whole bottle of wine, I'd be so sick. Goodness gracious, I'd be sick. But I want to know how many of y'all out there have had the same kind of rain issues that we've had. Look, y'all, I got a stripe. Wait a minute, where is it? Do you see my stripe? Look at it. I did not pay for that, y'all. Look, it's gray.
The kids put it there for you, honey.
I can't believe I've got a stripe in my hair. But I want to know how many of you are having the same kind of rain problems that we're having. Poppy's phone over here making noise, and I can't even pay attention.
Let me turn off every noise thinger.
So tonight, Poppy and I decided that all that white background behind us for the past few times we've gone live has been ridiculous and ugly, and it washes us out. And so we decided to sit on the other side of the table today. And I got my little sign back here
that you made.
I made that sign, y'all, at a place called Board and Brush, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. And then I got my little, it says salt in the air and sand in my hair right here, because I got that because we live at the beach, and it's decoration for YouTube.
Kind of beachy.
Now, this back here, watch your head, Poppy. All that is my cast iron skillets that I hang on the wall, and every time I want to cook, I just grab one. So that's not decoration, that's functionality right there, y'all.
I made that.
Why does it say that in my live stream?
Use banners to summarize talking.
I don't understand what I did. There. I fixed it, y'all. Look, I'm learning a whole lot about this app. Or this web-based platform. Hey, Dawn, how are you? Let me see let's see. I pulled half my maters today. Looking forward to the August planting. Yeah, me too, Dawn. I asked my husband to help me and install 2 cattle panels. Oh, that's a great idea. You're going to use them to trellis the tomatoes? That is a great idea. Hey, Drew Ann, how are you? I don't think I've ever seen you on here, Drew Ann. Tell us if you're a gardener and what you talk about and all that stuff. We're just hanging out tonight. You finally let the chickens out too. Oh, good. Good. You know what? I wish I could free range my chickens, Dawn. I really do, but there's so many predators in my backyard. Plus, there's code enforcement.
Yeah.
And we're not technically supposed to have chickens, but they'll allow it as long as your neighbors don't complain. So my neighbors haven't complained.
Half of our
then
city
I have chickens.
And
yeah, I mean, there's chickens all over the place around here. You just got to be sure that you don't buy a house or rent a house next door to a Mrs. Kravitz. Of course, I might be telling my age there.
There are chickens right beside the PD, honey.
I know they are. They're right across the street from them.
Mm-hmm.
What show was Mrs. Kravitz on? I forget.
Bewitched.
Was that That was Bewitched?
Yes, it was.
You live in the suburbs too.
You didn't make me a
Yeah.
moderator.
Yeah, I didn't what?
Make me a moderator.
Oh, hang on. I got to make Poppy a moderator on here, y'all, and I don't know how. Where are we?
Mm.
Okay, I got to go to my channel. Why don't you make yourself a moderator?
I don't know how to do that.
You don't know how to do it.
You have to tell me how.
Okay. Well, this will just take a second, y'all. I'm good. I'm a CPI.
Which is a what?
What is that? Certified private investigator? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry, Druin. I don't know what that is,
I think that would
honey.
be a PI, honey, like Magnum PI.
Yeah, I know.
Moderator.
Okay, just a minute.
You can't have my coffee.
Oh, shoot. Hey, why don't you get me some coffee? You know, Poppy's going to have to leave our live stream here at about 10:15 because he's got to go pick our baby girl up from a babysitting gig. But he will be back this time, won't you, Poppy?
Yes.
Tell him what you did to me last time.
Left and didn't come back for like 2 hours.
Look, he went to pick her up and got busy chit-chatting with the gentleman and the lady that she was babysitting for. Now, mind you, she's only babysitting cats. That's it. Just cats. And so he went to pick her up and got to chatting, and I thought he was dead in a ditch somewhere with my baby girl. I really did.
Well, the person I went to go pick our daughter up from is a musician, and he was at a gig, and he was telling us all about it, and I thought it was interesting, so we talked.
Mm-hmm. I know you did, but you knew you had to come back to a live stream too. He forgot.
That was the first one I did, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the first one that you,
No?
it's the first one that you showed up to.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a second. You need to make a comment for me.
Can I? I don't think.
And you are a countertop gardener. You know what? I do that quite a bit too. Of course, I don't use my countertop. I have a grow table in the living room underneath my aquarium.
Oh, there we are.
And so I grow a lot of stuff underneath there, and that's where I start all my seedlings too. But in the heat of the summer, sometimes I grow lettuce under there and anything that, doesn't need full sun and doesn't need the fruit.
Ooh, the chicken stink. How do
you
you keep...
Dawn.
You constantly have to add more of the pine chips.
That's not the only thing, though. Dawn, we have an open style coop.
Yeah.
And there's only one side of the coop that is solid, as far as solid plywood. Actually the top third of the whole coop is just chicken wire. And then down the sides, we've got, in the second third, we've got a vinyl corrugated siding. And basically that's a windbreak at their roost level. And then the bottom part is all open to the air too. So I get a lot of good air circulation with that type of coop. And, but I will say, in fact, I believe it was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yes.
I went outside yesterday morning and the stench was unbearable. And yes, you can use lime in your coop. You sure can.
It was so unbearable, you made me do it.
I also use a deep litter method. So our litter is usually about 6-8 inches deep. That helps a lot until it gets wet. And then when it gets wet, I just put a couple of inches. Well, he does. He puts a couple of inches of pine shavings over the top of it, and it absorbs a lot of that odor. Our coop is pretty open too. Hardware cloth mostly. That's a good idea. and has good. I would just say you can use lime if you want to. It ain't gonna hurt those chickens. And also, let me think. Make sure you put a deep layer of that litter in there. I don't have no problems with odor until it rains. And
if I'm just topping it off, I'll use half of a bag from Tractor Supply.
how often do we only really do that? Oh gosh, how often do we put how often do we take everything out and put new stuff in? Dawn, I'm going to say about once every 4 to 6 months, depending on how bad things get.
I do it more like every 3 months.
Not take everything out.
Yeah.
But about just whenever we feel like it's needed, we'll add about 2 inches to the top of everything.
Dry it out.
And yeah. Well, sometimes it don't need to be dry, just this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, last year was pretty crappy too.
It was. Well, it wasn't near as rainy as this
No.
year. Did you leave me a comment, Wesley?
Nope. Here.
Just put a dot and put your name.
A dot.
A dot. That's all I need. I just need a name.
And
yeah.
There. That's all you got. A dot.
Okay.
I have a wrench. What does that mean?
That means you're a moderator, you ding-a-ling. I knew I made him a moderator, and he was telling me he wasn't a moderator yet, and she's crazy.
Well, I had to click some other things.
She said that must be what
it
is. It is. I would almost guarantee you that's the problem, is all the rain, and it just doesn't have a chance to dry out, and then it gets hot and steamy, and then the odor just it gets serious.
Yeah, the diatomaceous works good for the ants. I'm not sure about fire ants though.
And you use diatomaceous earth to keep the fire ants down. That's good. That works to keep them down. Now, I'll tell you what, we had a big old infestation of them in one of my growing beds. And it's always the same one too, ain't it?
Yeah.
So I stuck a stick down in there and drowned them in 7 dust.
Yeah.
So I had to. They were taking over everything. And the problem with that, ants are not bad for your garden. They're not going to eat your plants up normally. They're not going to bother the roots and that kind of stuff.
Just going to bite the crap out of you.
They'll bite the snot out of you, and it hurts. Oh, Drew Ann.
Squirrel problems.
She had a squirrel take a tomato today. You know what? I've had the same stinking problem, only with birds. My main problem this year is birds. Now, we have cats, so squirrels don't usually bother my stuff. I don't know why this isn't working. Oh, I know why, because I'm not in StreamYard. There we go. Okay.
Need some garden cats, maybe one of them plastic owls, but the key to those owls, you have to move them like once every other week or something like that, or the birds just be like, we don't care. It's fake.
Yeah.
They'll sit on it.
When the birds figure out that it's plastic, they give it the finger and eat your tomatoes anyway.
Yeah. Now, I have seen the fancy schmancy ones that are electronic. The head moves all by itself. Eyes glow in the dark. It's kind of cool, but I have no idea how much that one costs.
Yeah, I don't know either. They say you can hang like CDs across your thing or anything that makes a little bit of noise to startle them. But you know what? I've tried all that. Those birds don't care. When they see some red, they're going to eat it. Today when I pulled up the tomatoes and found some nice fat, good earthworms, and tried to get the chickens were not interested. Look, Dawn, you got to keep them earthworms in your garden, because the more they poop, the better your soil get.
Yeah.
That's the God's honest truth.
People pay good money for earthworm
Oh my gosh.
poop.
You can buy earthworm poop at Walmart, for instance, and it comes in a little tiny bag about this big, and it's $12. You keep them earthworms right there in your garden. Unless you're scared. Are you scared of them? Sometimes they can be a little yuck when you're trying to dig around in there and you grab a handful of earthworm. Yeah, that's no good. Yuck.
Now, the big green juicy ones that crawl around on your tomatoes and your other stuff you can throw, those are the chickens. They eat those.
My chickens love those hornworms.
That's what it is.
But you know what? We haven't had a problem with hornworms yet.
You've had a couple this year, and the chickens ate them.
Did you pull them off?
No, you did. You said, here, go throw this worm to the chicken.
I'm not pulling off. Oh, that was early in the season. I remember now. But we haven't been plagued with them.
No.
Not at all. Thankfully, because.
No, she's not scared.
You ain't scared. That's awesome. Drew Ann, what do you grow on your counters? Countertop gardener. I love that. Okay. Please. Oh, no, not scared. That's so funny. Yeah, I'm not scared of too much in the garden.
She gardens barefoot.
You oh, good Lord, you're brave. Dawn,
we have stickers.
Brave. We do. We have stickers.
The dog.
I don't care. Oh, well, the dog. Look. I let my dog out the other night, and guess what she did? She made a beeline for my mulch in my garden. I almost football kicked her through the field goal. And I know that's not the nice thing to say. That's what I felt like doing. What I did do was I said, get your fanny out of my garden. Oh, she don't have still. Dawn, where are you? I know I've asked you that before, but I keep.
Isn't she Florida?
I can't remember. I'm sorry. But yeah, so now the garden's got to be off limits to the dog, and I've got to put up. I have a little bit of wooden fencing around. It's only like 2 feet tall around the backside of my raised beds. But I think now I'm going to have to put some across the front so I can step over it, but she'll know not to get in it.
Yep, that's right.
You're, okay, Central Florida. Okay. You don't have stickers in Florida?
Maybe she just has a fancy yard or a nice yard.
She must have a fancy
yard. Uses that weed and feed. Because I was born and raised in Florida, and we got stickers on some of the beaches down there that'll go right through your foot.
Both of us were from Florida, and yeah, I remember when I was a kid sticking on us. What are those little round ones called?
The stickers?
Yeah.
The green ones
Yeah, the ones that'll stab you and you think your foot's on fire.
I know that. Why do we just call them stickers as a kid?
Well, man, they hurt, and they get stuck.
Yeah.
We had those,
they break off
and we had
foot.
some stinging nettles up in where I was when I moved from Jacksonville. Those stinging nettles were no joke.
Yeah, they didn't have to.
Drew Ann, she grows basil, lavender, and rosemary. Oh, that's what?
She doesn't have a fancy yard. Her weeds are so tall they tickle the back of her knees.
Drew Ann, only thing I grow on the inside is leafy greens. That's really it. And I don't know how in the world you get lavender to grow indoors. So I need your secret. Basil's easy. And actually, basil's a good one to grow indoors. Just because it's, the herbs, all of the herbs are good to grow indoors if you can get them to.
Yeah, because you can cook with them.
Get bigger, because they're right there at your fingertips when you're in the kitchen.
Maybe she's got one of those cool windows that sits right there at the kitchen sink and it's like deep, sticks out the side of the house. We need one of those.
So, okay, I got caught up now. I feel good. I'm caught up. So let me tell you what Poppy wants me to do this evening. Where is it? Poppy. Look, it's in my thumbnail. Do y'all know what these are?
Well, it says MRE right on the back.
I know that, but it's all bent up and crimped. These are MREs that the military eats. And my husband has an entire case of them. Well, I've never tried them before because I refuse. But tonight he wants me to try these stinking things.
Well, because one of your friends got you some Vegemite from Australia.
Yeah, no, he didn't get it.
Oh, that's right. He told you to buy it.
Yeah, he told me I should try some Vegemite. So I ordered it on Amazon and I tried it. The last live stream?
Yes.
I tried it kind of late in the last live stream. Y'all, that stuff's not bad, honestly.
If you do it right.
I enjoyed it. it's kind of like rubbing beef bouillon or vegetable bouillon on your toast. But it wasn't bad at all. In fact, I can see where if you cooked with it, it would add a lot of flavor to your food.
But then everybody's like, well, why don't you eat some haggis? And why don't you eat this? And why don't you try that? And I'm like, I've got an MRE or two laying around.
So Poppy wants me to try the MRE tonight.
I'm retired Navy, so I've eaten a bunch of them.
Well, you were on submarines. Most Navy people don't have to eat MREs.
Well, most of the time on a submarine, okay, about 99% of the time on a submarine, you don't eat that junk either. We got fresh food every day.
I'll tell you what's really interesting is the package that it's in. It's like vinyl. And I'm sure that's, well, it says peelable seal. Does that mean you can just rip it open?
Or you just take your knife out or your scissors. That's what we normally did.
Yeah, I'll be using scissors for that peelable seal because what? Okay.
The boy wants your refuse.
My son, he wants all the stuff that I don't eat.
Because some of these things come with this big dumb cracker and this spreadable cheese. It's really, really good.
Why has it got to be a dumb cracker?
Because it is. If you get it, you'll see why it's a big dumb cracker.
We'll see.
And then on some of them, I've never got them. My daughter has a big old cookie.
Well, there's crunchy looking mints in here.
Well, so that's for your breath afterwards because you'll need it. There's your tea.
You'll need it. What's wrong with it that makes your breath nasty?
It's 2,000 calories of food.
Okay, this is your heater, and this is supposed to heat your food for you.
Oh, they don't have the hot sauce in this one.
This is a hot beverage bag, and I'm not even sure why I would need this. What is this?
That's your TP.
Do you drink out of it? What, toilet paper?
Yep, right here. TP.
Well, apparently every time they eat, they think that this stuff is so bad that you're going to have to go in the woods and poop later. Because they give you apparently some toilet paper with every meal.
But you also get a pack of matches.
Hang on, Dawn's got something to say. She said, hey, Wesley, my son is in the Navy. He begins his sonar tech classes on the 19th.
That's cool, because I was a sonar tech on fast attack submarines for 7.5 years.
Yeah, he was a sonar tech.
I loved it.
He's going to, well, it depends. Look, when we first started dating, he was at Kings Bay in Georgia. And he wanted me to come have lunch with him on the submarine.
No, you did not go to come have lunch until you came to Norfolk Naval Shipyard. We were
you're right.
Virginia.
It was in Virginia. You need to go in the other room and entertain yourself because I'm not parenting right now.
He is trying to grab up all the
I know he is. And whatever I don't want, what do you got in your hand? Hang on just a minute, guys. You got what?
It's like Gatorade.
You can have that. It's like Gatorade. I don't drink Gatorade. So anyhow, he's in Groton right now.
Okay.
Groton. And so anyhow, we're in Virginia. We've just been married. Oh, that's right, because we have the new truck. And so he says, come on down here and enjoy and join me for lunch. So I brought some Church's chicken and all the stuff that goes with it. And I drove down there and said, all right, we're going to have some lunch on the stinking submarine. He gets me across the bow of the submarine. Where was I?
You went across the brow.
Brow, not bow.
Got ready to go to the forward hatch.
And he said I had to climb down in this hole that was about this big. And I looked down the hole and I said, nope, can't do it. And I stared at it for a few minutes because I thought, why can't I go down this hole?
Well, you had a skirt on. I said, I'll go down first so nobody can see up or anything like that and make sure everybody was clear and to help you down.
I couldn't get in the hole, y'all.
She called it a giant straw.
It was horrible. Just the thought of walking down into that hole gave me, that is when I realized, I was 35 years old and realized I was claustrophobic at that point in my life. Truly, I just couldn't do it.
And that was already submarine number 2 for me, so it was easy. Your M&Ms broke open a little bit, but
they're gross. Look how sandy they are.
Nope, they're good.
See, this is why I don't like MREs, y'all. This is exactly why. Hey, Patrick,
No, it's
how
a real.
are you doing?
It's a real M&M's. It's nothing fake or janky. Chocolate covered chip Ranger bar. These are good.
There. What's a Ranger bar? Hey, Patrick, we're trying MREs tonight.
Figure if she can eat Vegemite, maybe she can eat an MRE.
I'm not sure because he just told me, what was that thing that you just...
It's a chocolate covered chip Ranger bar.
Yeah, that don't sound like it's any good.
They're good.
I'm going to post a link for you if you want to come on up here.
See, the boys even had one. He's like, it's good. Give it to me, Mom.
So Dawn says her son signed up for 8 years. How many were you in? He was in the military for 14 years, but he was a sonar tech for 7 years.
Yes.
And then he got injured and had to
switch rates.
Switch.
Because I couldn't stay on subs anymore because the ladders on those things go straight up and down. And apparently after you get broken.
Now, you know that's not why. You were non-deployable because of the medication you take.
That too.
That's the real reason, y'all. But
then I picked another job and I did want to go surface Navy, so I picked aviation.
Look, y'all, this is a cheese spread with jalapenos.
That's good stuff.
It looks disgusting. It sounds.
It's good.
Is it, what is it? Cheese whiz in a pouch?
Yeah. See, and you got to knead before. So.
Oh, and this is wheat snack bread. Dawn, my son has always told me that the submariners get the best food.
Your son?
No, my husband. Oh, God. Did I say my son? Huh?
Look at all this gray. Definitely not a son.
This is a grilled chicken breast fillet. So you need to cook it for me while we're sitting here.
Cook it.
And whatever you do with it. And I will taste it. Cornbread stuffing. We have cornbread stuffing and chicken and what is this? There's no vegetables?
Not in this one.
Chocolate covered chip. Okay, this must be the protein bar or something.
Tips I can tell my son. Yeah, unfortunately, most of the stuff he's going to learn in school is going to be the very, very, very basics.
Right.
So tell him to learn as much as he possibly can, because when he gets to the boat, it's going to be kind of fed to him out of a fire hose, because he's going to have to learn how to be a sonar tech, have topside watch, get his dolphins, which are his fish, which are these things right here. Those are mandatory within 1 year of being on the boat, or you go away.
You don't have to get the tattoo, Dawn. It goes on their chest. It's a pin.
Don't
you do that to people.
It's a pewter pin. It wears on your chest. You have to earn your dolphins. If you don't have to get a tattoo. Mine are all Navy tattoos, though.
Oh, it's okay, Patrick. I really appreciate you showing up for us. Oh, she said she knows you don't have to get a tattoo. What is that?
Squeeze that around. Cheese. You have to knead your cheese.
What do you put the cheese on?
Well, probably your bread or
bread
your
in a bag, y'all.
Or your
stuffing. I'm not putting cheese on stuffing.
Well, do you want it on your chicken?
You know what we don't have?
What don't we have?
We don't have a plate.
Well, yes, we do right there.
Oh,
young lady.
Okay. He got a plate.
Let me go see if this heater works. A lot of times, these heaters, they go bad after years of being dormant.
How old is this thing?
Well, no, after sitting in a bag, the heaters don't work after a while. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. They also work good if you take them and take just the heater section.
Is there an expiration date on these?
No. It's like irradiated milk. It never goes bad. One thing they told us on the sub, when you're opening cans, when you are cranking or doing the food service thing, if you open a can of something and it squirts, it's bad, throw it out. If it doesn't squirt, it's good, eat it. We had 30-year-old coffee one time because we were sucking, because we were underway for a very, very long time. What's the matter, honey?
Nothing. I'm getting a little nauseous thinking about having to eat this now. Because I don't, honestly, I wish there was an expiration date or something.
You got me blocked in, woman.
Well, you're going to have to squiggle out somehow. These are made by Sterling Foods in San Antonio, Texas. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to break open this Ranger bar and I'm going to taste it. Where's the scissors, Poppy?
Right here, Mom.
Look, we got so many names for each other.
Probably gonna get it anyway.
Call him Daddy, call him Poppy, call him Wesley, call him all those undesirable names you call your husband sometimes when they're not looking. Sometimes to their face. Okay, this has a ageless oxygen absorber attached to it for whatever reason. Look, y'all. Look. What? This thing has an oxygen absorber like stuck to it. However, I am so afraid of this.
What?
It's very crumbly. I hope there's no peanut butter in it. They feed y'all this shit.
Wow, you cussed. Can't cuss on the live
This
stream.
is horrible. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. Excuse me just a minute. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What's the matter? You didn't like the chocolate Ranger bar?
It's got a metallic taste to it. Murphy, you can have the chocolate Ranger bar if you're brave enough. He's down. Murphy's down. He's gonna eat it. It's horrible.
That heater is gone. We'll do it the old fashioned, a different way.
It has a very metallic taste to it. Hey, Grumpus, how are you doing? We are, Grumpus, we are trying an MRE. Well, I am, because I've never eaten one before. And Poppy had a whole case of them in storage. And we didn't have anything to talk about because the garden's a swamp. So he's trying to get me to taste this nasty.
Figured if she would eat Vegemite, she will eat other weird
Let
stuff.
me tell you what, I eat a whole jar of Vegemite before I'll eat that again.
She did not like the chocolate Ranger bar.
It tastes
Actually, here's a chunk right here.
God. That was terrible.
No, it's not. You're insane.
Oh yeah, MREs, Marcel, MREs. I'm gonna put a link in here so I can get y'all yeah, you know. We're gonna have some fun. I think. I hope.
I had a bunch of these. I used to have a ton of these just left over from different things because I do a lot of first responder stuff and I've been given tons of them. And I used to have a ton until my kids found them and said, hey, I'm going to take these to school and mess with the other kids because military kids are weird.
I just ate a Ranger bar, Marcel, and I'd starve if I was in the military and had to eat this.
No, you would learn
I
to
would
eat.
starve. Look, the M&Ms.
Yeah, they got
There's
broken open.
M&Ms. It's broken open. Look at that. And look at these poor, sad, shellless M&Ms. Do you see? Wait, where's the camera? Right there. Do you see that? That don't even look like an M&M.
Well, see, now, no, do it the right way. See there? See, you got the shell on it.
It's got a
They're
partial
crunchy.
shell, and it's dry. Look, watch this. Can you see that? Watch.
That's like cocoa powder. You should have put that on your Ranger bar. Make it taste better.
My God, my God.
What?
To everybody in our military, I am so sorry that they feed y'all this. From the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry.
Honey, we don't eat this every day. And it also depends on what branch you're in. Depends on how many of these you eat all the time.
Did I put my link in there? Okay, I did. So hurry up. Get this party started.
Your food is warming.
Well, you can Murphy, you can have the M&M, son. Are you sure we should feed him these?
I've been eating them. He's eating them, and the V is eating them.
Good Lord, have mercy.
They have my DNA. They can eat weird food. Do you want your cheese spread or not?
I'll try it.
Okay.
with that,
With your hunko bread.
I got a hunko bread here. It says wheat snack bread, so I don't know.
You are such a whiny.
Patrick said put some Vegemite on it.
Well, get it. It's right there.
Where is it?
Murphy, get your mama's Vegemite.
What is this?
Cracker?
It's part of a big dumb cracker.
This is a cracker.
Bottom shelf left.
I think my son is in the living room going through the box and opening stuff.
He is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, this apparently is bread. I'm not sure why there are holes in it.
So it can breathe.
It does not look like any bread. It's just got the shape of bread.
It is a nutrition. 1 serving, 2 ounces.
Murphy, hand me my Vegemite over there.
He did.
Oh, thank you. I need a butter knife. Can you grab me a butter knife?
It's got calcium in it. It's got iron in it. It's good for you.
Well, I don't care about all that.
It's got sodium because you'll be sweating your guts out when you're running around with 80 pounds of extra gear on.
Dear Lord, have mercy. Okay, wait a minute. So open up the cheese for me. I'm gonna try it with the Vegemite and cheese.
Let me taste. Let me check the cheese. Make sure it's good.
Or at least half of it. Oh dear God.
Yeah, that one's not good anymore.
So now I'm just gonna eat it with Vegemite.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, get your mama some butter. It's right there by the
I got
toaster.
peanut butter.
You got peanut butter?
All right, on.
Yep.
Hey Patrick, how is Vegemite with peanut butter? All right, a little bit of tiny schmear. Is that what you call it? A schmear?
I like that one commercial.
A smidge of Vegemite.
Boy, sold the mints.
Okay. The Vegemite part's good. Sure tastes better than that Ranger bar.
Yeah, you're just a quitter.
The cracker is not, it's not terrible, but it tastes like raw biscuit dough.
Well, it's better than hardtack then.
I don't know. I'm going to try this Vegemite with some peanut butter.
Carrot pound cake.
All right,
Did you try one open?
I'll try the carrot pound cake. See if this peanut butter's any good. How does peanut butter go
I
bad?
already had
It does. The boys already eaten it.
All right. Here, let me, I'm going to try. Look, I'm being ridiculous, Patrick.
He said only one way to find out.
I know, that's what
See, dog wants some of this.
Let the
junk
dog
right
out, please.
Okay.
Patrick, I had to get a refund on my haggis. I had to get a refund because they lost it in the mail. So now I got to order it again. But, all right, listen here.
He said, ew.
Who said ew?
Patty did.
Patrick.
He'd much rather eat the haggis.
Yeah, the peanut butter and the, look, anything makes that cracker taste better.
They're not that bad.
They're,
They're good.
I said it tastes like raw biscuit dough, and that's the truth. Not cookie dough, Patrick. Well, you know, you've been to them. You've lived here.
But has he eaten MREs?
Look, I'm putting my link in the stream for Grumpus and Marcel. So anybody else who wants to come on up and say hello and be on the stream with me, you are more than welcome. As long as you're not somebody who's being ugly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm done with that.
Oh,
Now I have to try the bread. I'm just going to break it in half because it's very dry.
That's what the peanut butter's for, honey. To make it not dry.
I asked you to take the dog out, son,
He just
just
did,
did.
and she piddled.
and you need to take her out
Sure.
again.
Or check our food and water.
Yeah.
She has food and water.
Okay, I'm gonna put peanut butter on this bread.
I need to put some soap on that door. Soap or wax will keep your doors from squeaking and creaking when they are so swollen from all this humidity. What's the matter? You have that weird look on your face, darling.
It tastes like nothing. It tastes like, that bread tastes like nothing, but it's so dry that it grows in your mouth. There's Grumpus coming on up. Hang on just a sec, Grumpus. I got Vegemite on my finger.
I could almost spend money at the NEX finding weird ones of these for you to eat.
You better not spend money on these things. You out of your mind?
Or maybe go
What
to
happened?
the camping section of some stores and buy the dehydrated nut they have for camping.
Hey, Grumpus. What you drinking?
You can't hear
I got
me
into
because of the...
tequila tonight.
That's right. Got to take my thing out. Give me that mint.
It's gum.
Oh, it's gum.
That's great.
Okay, where's my chicken?
You're making a mess of it.
Patrick, I'm having to use the Vegemite. What's going on?
Got your audio.
Well, I'm supposed to have audio up there.
Here's your spoon.
What's this for?
Your chicken.
Okay, I got that turned off. Yours is for.
Your chicken.
Minute.
Mine's all down.
Okay. It's just a delay.
You want to drink the juice?
From what?
Chicken.
Have you lost your ever-loving mind?
Fine, no chicken juice for you. Here. Try your chicken.
Is it hot?
Yeah. It's in hot water.
Okay, look. There it is.
No, thank you.
It's got grill marks on it.
Murphy, honey, go get a clean steak knife or butter knife.
Not a Vegemite knife.
Why am I eating chicken with a spoon?
Because that's what they did.
Murphy, get your mama a... Oh, and your stuffing.
Yeah, you forgot the stuff.
That's what it's for.
Okay,
It's something.
get ready, y'all. This is so processed. You can see it when you cut it. Show you.
Charlotte, did you lose a bet?
No. Look how processed that mess is.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Chicken paste.
Oh my God. Y'all got this.
Here's your peanut butter back.
Do you see this right here?
That looks like school mashed potato.
That is supposed to be cornbread stuff.
It is.
Look. It's shiny.
It's because it's hot and steamy.
Mom, that's school mashed potato.
If I was real hungry, this might be good. I mean, like starving, hadn't eaten anything in like 12 days.
Yeah.
I would never be able to on a regular basis.
If she was wearing camis, had 80 pounds of exterior on toting a gun, she would be eating it every damn day. Going, this is good.
Well, here's the thing you don't know about. I would never be dead in Cammy.
That would be a bad day if you are caught. Duh.
You're not gonna believe this,
Tastes
but
like
I think
chicken.
that cornbread stuffing tastes the best out of this whole bag. Okay, let me have it with some chicken.
Raisin.
Okay. Oh God, there's a hair.
That's your hair.
Is that a chicken feather?
No, it's not a chicken.
I can't eat that. No, 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 no.
The 30-year-old feather.
Oh. Oh my God.
I figured she was brave enough to try the Vegemite. That she'd like an MRE.
I'll eat this thing whole by the spoonful before I'll eat that.
Well, you
You can
already
take
ate
what
it.
you want.
I'm
Eat the
done.
Chicken's
I'm
good,
done.
son.
Here, you might need toilet paper.
Sooner or later.
See, Grumpus, they give you a little miniature thing of toilet paper with every meal.
You're gonna
So
need a
you
lot
know
more
what
than
that says about their cooking, right?
Well, right here, you get raisins so you can poop.
No,
Oh, well, now open the raisins, because I like raisins.
you're done.
You don't like the
You
raisin
don't like
bar?
raisin
I
bar?
do.
Well, I already ate dinner. Go ahead and eat.
Oh,
Thank you. Entertain yourself a little too. Watch your mother's step. Are they mush? Yep, this is the only moist thing in the whole pack.
Well, we got carrot pound cake still. That might be yummy.
Okay. These are the raisins. And they look like they've been squeezed.
I'm not sure how to do it, but I've been told that you can take those raisins and some other stuff. Some kind of,
That's not a raisin.
Then what are they?
I don't know.
Raisins.
No, it's not. What is that chemical taste in there?
Let's see what kind of.
kibbles and bits.
I need more wine. I'll be right back.
Preservatives.
Oh my God. Is this low?
we should have tried this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
2 different types of preservatives in there. That's tasty. Raisins and chemicals.
Yeah, they can take their chemicals and shove them up their fanny.
A little bit of formaldehyde.
There's a very chemical taste to it. Okay. This is, what is it?
Carrot pound cake. Kind of flat.
Well,
It looks just like the chicken.
it looks just like it.
No, the chicken has grill marks.
Okay, this time I'm going to center. Make sure I've got wine in my glass.
They got plenty of wine outside the glass.
Okay, it doesn't smell terrible. Good night, Dawn. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with us this evening.
You gonna
Well.
need a little powdered whipped cream with that?
At least it doesn't taste chemical. It doesn't have it like those raisins and the what was the thing I tasted was cool taste. Oh, the Ranger bar. It's like a protein bar.
But I want you to name a protein bar that tastes really, really good. Without an aftertaste.
Atkins bars.
Those aren't powder bars.
This is very, very dry.
But it tastes good.
It tastes like cupcake that my daughter would love.
Maybe soak that in a little bit of rum.
Right?
It would need something. You know what I think? I think that show Chop on the Food Network
There you go.
should use these.
Whole basket of
Put
those.
some
That'd
moist
be
raisins
entertaining.
on.
No. I'm done. That I can't eat any more of that nasty horse crap. Disgusting.
Which one do you want to try?
Well, Grumpus, how is has your week been, my dear?
It's been a long week. A long, rainy week.
Who you talking
Yes,
to?
it has.
You preaching to the choir.
Man, I am so sick of this rain.
Me too.
Wife said I was getting a little cranky the other night. I said, I think I'm just going through a rain depression.
You might be.
Waterlogged.
Shoot. Something happened.
You hit button.
Rumpus, I want to let you know I ordered one of those water lilies.
Did you really?
I did. I forget the name of the company. The first one that you recommended to me, not.
Lily Pond?
Yes. I ordered it online.
Out of Maryland?
I believe so.
Yeah.
And they were sold out of almost everything.
Yeah.
But I ended up finding just a generic peach colored water. So I don't know how long it takes to get. I'm
Is it a
figuring
hardy?
out.
Is it a hardy or a tropical?
It is a hardy.
Okay.
I looked at their night bloom one, and there was one in particular that I really liked.
Yeah, they're kind of
But
pricey.
they're sold out.
Oh. Well, I've been trying to buy koi for 2.5 years and can't get any.
Koi fit, yeah, because of the travel restrictions.
Well, none of the farms are letting you go out there.
Right. Patrick, thank you very much.
And get some MREs. They're yummy.
Check back when you're not so busy.
Hey, we might still be here, Patrick.
Yeah, we might. Because after eating that, I'm going to need to get food. Gee, Mom, that was terrible stuff. Please don't ever eat anything like that
I
again.
wish I didn't get you the worst. The chicken tetrazzini was horrible. I think it was bad they actually discontinued it.
You only gave her the good stuff, right?
Kinda. The daughter already ate all the good ones.
My daughter absolutely loves going to MREs and picking out the things that she thinks taste good. What is it, son?
He got skills in his.
You got Skittles in your pack? Why did I get M&Ms that are all dried out and dusty? And you get Skittles. Oh, it's Skittles taste, he said.
Squeeze it out and eat it.
That's enough. Thank you. But yeah, I'm really excited to get that lily and stick it in my pond.
Yeah, that'd be fun to watch.
I think so. How quickly do they grow?
Oh, when that water's warmed up, they grow pretty quick. I used to go out and pinch my outer leaves back about, oh gosh, every couple of weekends.
I'm a little nervous because it says it's between 3 and 6 feet in diameter.
Right, you give them room, they'll take it.
Well, they're not going to be allowed to have that much ground.
They'll, I mean, you can literally check them one evening and then check them the next day. And those stems, even in the morning, check them in the morning and check them in the evening the same day, and those stems will grow 2 or 3 inches.
Holy moly.
The stems with the leaves on them.
As far as their growth habit goes, is it just one bloom per plant?
Oh no, it'll send out multiple shoots.
Okay. I'm very excited to get it.
It's fun. It's fun to watch them.
What was I going to say?
That you want some more.
Let me check my
No,
notes.
I don't want any more anything. I'm talking about water lily now.
So there.
I don't ever want to talk about another MRE again as long as I live. I can't remember now. Did you ever have a red one?
I had a red night bloomer
Oh my!
that I really liked. It would bloom It would come out about, because each flower will come up and they'll open and close maybe 4 or 5 days before it pulls back underneath the water and a new one will replace it. So even the one that you got will probably close up in the evening and open up in the mornings.
So are you saying it's almost like an ever blooming plant?
Yeah, it'll bloom all summer till the water gets cold.
Okay.
And I mean, it'll let you know because the stem will come up with the bloom on the end. It'll open and close, several days, and when it's done, it'll close up, and it will just pull itself back under the water, like a
So
spring.
you don't have to deadhead or anything.
Well, you'll want to go in there eventually and deadhead it, but it'll pull itself back out, and then another stem will come up, and it'll do that for several days, and pull itself down. And once the water starts getting cold in the fall, they just pull down and just don't come back. In that
But you
case,
may have created monsters.
Thanks.
you're welcome.
Charity had me watch a YouTube video today on how to build a fountain and all that kind of stuff out of brick.
Well, not just a fountain. It was a koi pond
It's
made out of brick.
It's a hobby that can get out of hand real quick. I've been koi keeping and doing ponds for over 30 years.
Oh my goodness.
In fact, there used to be a koi club here in Houston. It was called the Joy of Koi, and I was president for 2 years.
Are
Oh,
you
wow.
serious? I want to have, even if it's just one single koi. Of course, it's like chicken now.
Well, yeah,
But you
it's,
pick one.
the koi and the lilies are not going to mix real well.
Right.
Now,
I know you said that last week.
The
They
goldfish won't mess with your koi, with your
Right.
lilies that much.
Well,
How much room do you need for one koi?
about 400 gallons.
Well, it all depends. It depends on what size you buy the koi. Now, I used
Small.
to get them. I used to buy a koi when I first started, maybe 3 inches long,
Uh-huh.
and at that time I could get, they were like $49 a piece, or three for $99.
Right.
And you throw them out there, and they look kind of lonely all out there by themselves. So you end up buying more, but you don't realize in 2 summers those things are going to be 20 inches long.
Mm-hmm.
And you can overcrowd real quick.
Do you, or did you ever get to a point when you were overcrowded and had thin crop?
Oh yeah, that's what you generally do. I mean, you find, especially being a part of a club or something where you meet other people. You got people that are way far more advanced than you, and then you got beginners, and they're just trying to get their pond established and get some live fish in it. And you call yours out, pass them on down to somebody else who just wants some fish.
Right.
And it's like raising dogs or anything else. I mean, you pick out the pretty ones and get rid of the mutts.
Right.
So you trade them or sell them, you don't eat them.
No, I mean they were a food source in Japan. They were a food source in Japan, decades ago. But they're in the carp family, so they're pretty bony. I wouldn't want to eat one.
Right.
Of course, it might be pretty tasty. I feed them pretty well. It probably tastes
I
better
want
than
one of
an
the
MRE.
gold color. Oh, yeah, I forget the name of it.
Of what?
The completely gold with the flecks of shimmer in it.
Well, that's called a solid colored fish is an ogon.
Ogon. And
Called
yellow
ogon, and then
ogon.
if it has the speckles, the shiny metallic looking speckles, it's a ginrin.
Ginrin. Right.
So you can have an ogon ginrin or a kohaku ginrin. There are just so many different names and combinations of stuff.
That's what I want. I want a yellow and I forget what name yellow is,
I don't remember. I don't know that much Japanese.
but it's a yellow ogon mineral.
Yep.
And that's green fish.
And I kind of like the, they've got some that are called scaleless.
Yes.
I had a few of those. I mean, I lost all my fish 2 summers ago.
What happened to them?
Me and the wife went up to Dallas to visit family for the weekend in the middle of August. And apparently right after, we were gone 3 days. And apparently not too long after I left, there was a brownout and it tripped my main breaker to the house.
Oh,
So all my pumps went down. The water got hot. I come home. It was an awful mess. I mean, when I pulled in the driveway, I could smell the pond in the backyard. And some of those fish I'd had over 20 years.
how big is
It's about, I'm guessing it's about 2,500 gallon maybe.
Oh, dang.
It's pretty good size.
and how
And
many fish did you keep?
I had, again, it goes back to what we were talking about. You buy them small, and one day it looks great, and a week later you're thinking, wow, these are getting kind of big. So you feed them so long and they're pets, it's hard to get rid of them.
I'm sure it is.
They're too big to flush. And so you just start increasing filtration, and you start doing all this other artificial stuff to kind of help balance
To
the water
accommodate
quality.
the load.
And unfortunately, if you lose power, then you lose all of that. So life support system takes a tank.
That is such a
So right
And
now
I-
I've got two little goldfish out there, 2 little fantails that survived all that other catastrophe.
right.
I've got a turtle out there that was about the size of a quarter 2 summers ago, and it's about probably about 8 inches now.
Oh my God.
And I'm just waiting until with the COVID and everything, things open up to where I can get out and buy some fish.
So you want to look at them yourself?
Yeah, I'm going to be a lot more selective this time. I had it way too many before.
Way too many other things.
I think I'll probably just settle on maybe 5
That's a good number.
and just let them grow out to the max they can. I mean, some of these fish will grow 30 inches, 36 inches.
36 inches. Yeah.
That's a big fish.
The only pond I'm going to be able to have for this particular house, I've been looking at stock tanks that are 3 feet wide, 8 feet long,
Hmm.
and about 24 inches deep.
Yeah.
I really don't think that's going to be in space for a koi.
Well, if you limit yourself to how many koi you have,
Well,
I
the
mean,
main
if it's too small, they won't grow. It'll stunt them.
but that stunt their inside as well as their outside.
Well, hopefully, if not, they'd be full of guts.
Yeah. I just wonder. I don't know. Maybe I would think in it.
I've never met a koi keeper didn't wish he had a bigger pond. I just increased the size of my pond about 50% about 5 years ago.
Oh my.
Because I had a tree that was giving me problems, so I tore the tree down and increased what I had, and just kept what I had and added this to the side of it. So
Right.
I guess I need to shoot a video of it and just put it private so let you see it.
I sure wish you would,
I could do that.
Love and pond
But Patty
and Go ahead, I'm
never
sorry.
talked to me again.
why would you say that? I would be so jealous. Turn green just like Scarlet hair.
Well, if it ever stops raining, I'll go back here with the camera and shoot something just for you.
Okay, that would be nice. Look, Ruff, I just realized something. See that? right there. I have a stripe. in my hair.
You're cutting your audio's cutting out a little bit.
Oh crap! I have a stripe
A
in my
stripe.
hair.
Yeah. That's
I
how it
didn't
starts.
get that.
I used to have nice racing stripes, and they're getting bad.
There you go. I mean, this didn't turn white till I got married the last time.
And when I got married, I had no gray. Look what she's done to me.
That's 20 years of abuse right there.
That's it.
What tickles me is it used to be red on the side, and it was red all the way back, and it just had a little bit of white. Turn your
Yeah,
head.
Sean
And
Connery
now
thing
all
going
of
on.
this is white, and most of it is just fading away.
Well, seriously, 5 years ago I had a lot of black, and it just seemed
It
like
just-
overnight it just.
Yeah, I was really surprised when I brushed my hair and I was sitting here and I'm like, holy crap, got a stripe.
Well, don't people pay good money for them stripes?
They do.
Yeah, they do.
There you go.
Grumpus, it's hundreds of dollars.
Just think of the money you save.
Right? But now what does bother me?
Now you can
Here's
spend it
what's
somewhere
funny.
else.
All of my gray is on the outside. If I were to take this right here, see how dark that is there?
Isn't that something?
So it's all started
Outside.
on the outside and it works its way around. But the thing is, it's hard to disguise
Why fight it?
when it's all on the outside.
I figure I earned all mine. I'm not going to fight it.
You know, I've gotten there. I have. I know that women are expected to look a certain way, but I'm proud of all my gray.
You've earned them all.
I sure
Earned 'em
have.
all.
And probably 90% of it from my own decision making. But my life is in my hands. Look, there's another stripe. Good Lord.
There's another one back here, honey.
Oh my goodness.
I got a ton of gray here, but the lightness of my hair,
Yeah, he's got light hair, and you can't hardly see him. Looks like blonde highlight.
Well, mine's getting grayer and grayer as years go by. But you know, when my hair's wet, it's still really, really dark. And last time I went up north, you know, I've got one of my best friends is exactly 1 year older than me. We share a birthday,
Oh wow.
and he swore I dyed my hair. And I said, no, that's just the way it's doing.
You know what's funny, Grump? I was at a wedding, brother's wedding, in about 10 years ago. And my aunt was probably in her late 60s time. And she looked at me and said, you know, Charlotte, if you didn't dye your hair, you wouldn't look so old. And at the time, it kind of hurt my feelings. But I didn't say anything to her because I'll tell you funny. She dyed her hair blonde most of her life. And I almost said to her, well, Aunt Kitty, all that dye you bought all these years has not helped you a bit.
that would have been ugly thing to say.
But that would have been ugly and disrespectful, so I didn't say it.
Well, my wife still dyes her hair. She's still fighting the gray, but one of these days she's going to give it up.
She might not. His mother or his stepmother, how old is she?
Late 70s?
She's in her late 70s, and she just colored her hair red. And it looks fan-freaking.
Yeah, my wife likes the red dye.
I like red too, but I don't have the skin for red.
Some people look for the dye job, but there's this guy I used to work with who could get his hair would be like this, but black and white. And then he'd come to work the very next day, all dyed hair, beard, like, dude, really?
Who are you kidding?
Right?
Well, and sometimes I think for men in particular, and this might sound very backwards and not politically correct, but who cares?
Yeah, we don't do that here.
Right? I believe that men look so mature and wise and just like men. They have a gray.
There you go. I want to look a lot smarter than I am.
Right. And maybe that's from the generation that I came from.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But I really like the gray on him and myself. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Now, what I could do without is all them times I wake up with a night sweat to death.
Crank the AC down some more.
I do.
I don't have those problems.
Well, of course you don't.
But I do have the problem where she takes her blankets off and throws them at me and yells, "It's hot!"
You may not have the problem, but you still suffer through it.
No, that crap ain't no joke. It is no joke. But I will say this: when I was a young person, I only had about one week a month because I was like the poster child for PMS, and it would last forever.
Why didn't meet you then?
We did. But now that I'm older and more mature,
The hairproof.
I honestly not having those problems anymore, and it's wonderful.
Well, my ex, she had such tremendous mood swings. I mean, it was just, it was like being married to two people.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about it, and I told her, I said, man, so you need to get some help, get that taken care of. So.
Right.
And you survived.
So she went in and got it taken care of, and the mood swings stopped. She just stayed mean all the time.
Oh.
Wrong pills.
That's amazing. And I hear that happens to some people.
Yeah.
But I just feel so much more leveled out now that I'm older and I don't have to do all that stuff. And it's
Called
nice.
paying your dues.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I get string your computer
You broke it.
again because that's my life.
Well, we still got 5 people on tonight. I wonder who all's still here.
I don't know. Hey, if you're still here, why don't you just give us a comment? So we
Yeah,
can
raise
say
your hand.
Raise your hand. Say hello.
Patty left his.
Patrick did streaming. He told me he would. He'll back later.
No, there you go.
Well, I went out and yanked up a bunch of onions the other night. Things were just
Were
rotten.
they the bulb onions or green onions?
Well, they're supposed to be bulb onions, but they were just rotting in the ground, so I just yanked a bunch of them up.
Oh, that is.
I went ahead and used the tops on them, but yeah, I think I'm done with that bed. I'm going to rip it all out and do something else with it, I think.
This week I ripped out one bed of tomatoes, and I've got a lot of blooms on the other tomato bed. I've got 2 beds that are 3 by 10.
Mm-hmm.
I've got about 10 or 12 tomatoes in this one. The back one gone, and I'm just weeding it. But I'm going to tell you something. I can go out there for about at a time because it gets so hot and humid that I feel like
Oh yeah. Take a deep breath and you feel like you're gonna drown.
right. And so I've just been doing it a little tiny at a time because it's unbearable.
I mean, I got some flagstone around the front of the pond and some gravel walkways, and they're green with algae. We just had so much rain; nothing's drying out.
Right. Well, our mosquitoes are through the roof in my
Oh, I
yard.
bet they are.
We have a low spot on the north end and a little bit on the west end. But it stays saturated constantly. So the mosquitoes are terrible, and I'm allergic to mosquito bite. In fact, I got bit the other day because I forgot to put my stuff on. And my arm swelled from my wrist all the way to my elbow. All that big.
Yeah.
And it was red and hot. And I had to keep medicated on Zyrtec, Benadryl.
You even use that Benadryl rub on it.
Yeah, and I used free. I'm
Well,
telling you, I cannot stand the bug bite.
When you put that water lily in, you're going to need to put some kind of a fish in there with the water just to keep the mosquitoes down.
Well, I have a fish there now.
Okay.
It's a white tail goldfish,
Okay. Well, that'll keep the mosquitoes down.
and it does.
But we have a bubbler in there to keep the water good and to keep in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only problem with water right now is that it's green because it's just in the sun and it's growing out.
Well, that water lily will shade it. And that water will probably clear up.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. But this fall, my project is going to be to get that 8x3 feed trough. And I think I'm going to plant daylilies in the pond that I have
Yeah.
and use the metal feed trough for the fish and the little.
Yeah. I think you'll enjoy that.
I think I will too. I don't like my feed trough that I have now, that black Rubbermaid looking stuff.
Mm.
And you can even see it.
That's the was that like 100-gallon stock?
It's 110 gallon.
So I've got 2 100-gallon Rubbermaid stock tanks that I use for my filters. That I've got in my greenhouse, and everything runs through those to keep my water clear.
Oh, okay. Do you have like bio stuff like that in it, or
Yeah.
just
Yeah, I made the whole system myself.
right?
Yeah,
And
my
you
water's
have two
my water's
100-gallon stock tanks as your filtrate.
yes.
That's amazing. I wish I had that much space.
I've got well, I put them in my greenhouse because when I had them outside, the neighbor's tree kept filling it full of leaves. It would
Yeah.
stop up my plumbing, so I rebuilt everything and put it in the greenhouse. So it's double decker like a bunk bed
Okay.
with PVC piping for a framework.
Right.
And then I've got one pump. I've got one pump that pulls water from the pond, runs it through the 2 filters, and then gravity pulls it back to the pond.
Okay.
So I've got let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 little waterfalls, all running off of one pump, and the pump only pulls 245 watts.
Okay.
So that's less than a good reading lamp.
Right. That's a heck of a service. I'm gonna have to video that part too.
I'll show you that part.
Yeah, I'd like to see that part because Wesley and I were just talking last weekend after we talked about the water lily. And I told him what we need is a better filtration system out there,
Mhm.
especially if we increase the size of the pump.
Well, I started with the in the pond, sponge filters and stuff like that, and they do a good job. But when you pull them up to try to clean them, half the stuff falls back in the water before you
Yes.
even get it out. And it was just I was cleaning that thing twice a day,
Right.
and my water was still looked like pea soup.
Right.
So I got into the biological end of it, and it takes about a week, 2 weeks for it to clear up, sometimes a month. But once it clears, it stays clear because
It
you're getting the
stays clear.
balance. You're getting the balance between the filters and the pond.
Right. And you also have all of that bacteria that's eating up the nitrate.
And I've got bottom drains on both tanks. So the wife goes out there and cranks those drains open and puts them in a watering can, and that's what we water the flowers and stuff with. All the stuff that skims off the bottom of those filters.
And I bet your flowers look pretty amazing too.
Generally they do. The rain's beating them up pretty good right now.
This year has been a mess.
This has been a heck of a year to try to garden.
I would love to know how much rain we've received since mid-March.
Oh yeah, I would too. I'd like to see a total. I ought to look that up.
I heard recently, within the last month or so, at one point we're at 40 inches already.
And the thing is it's just not the water; it's the clouds. We haven't seen any bright sun for any length of time to dry anything out. So even when it's not raining, it's still wet and nasty and muddy. It just can't seem to recover.
Fortunately for us, we have had some sun.
Had very little. Most of it's been cloudy.
Well, partly cloudy, yeah.
Like
But-
today, I went to work for just 2 hours, and it was overcast and horrible. It was like 81 degrees by 7 o'clock, and I just had to do some cleaning, and I was soaked with sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it takes him 20 minutes to get home. And he was still soft and wet when he walked in the door.
Yeah, I understand.
But we did go to my daughter's house today, and I pruned up some of that garden over there, the back garden. I've got some pumpkins growing. I've got some watermelon growing. And actual watermelons on the vine. There's 3 on one. And then, but my cucumbers look like crap. I mean, they are covered down in. The tomatoes have been the victim of the leaffoot bugs this year. And I have never seen so many of those orange nymphs in my
Oh
life.
yeah.
So I went ahead and I put 7 dust all over there. But we took out 2 tomato bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 and
And a couple of squash things that rot.
I had mite damage, spider mite
Yeah.
on the squash. There was just web all over it. And so I pulled that out because, it can't come back from now. But now I tell you what, strawberries look amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I was real surprised about that.
You
But
plundered it.
yeah, we got to plunder the neighbor's garden. She has a next door neighbor who has a great big garden in their backyard, and they've been out of town for 2 weeks. They're not coming back another week and a half.
We could plunder again.
And we're gonna plunder it again. But they told her, go out there and grab anything you want because we're not being able to sit.
You need a ripe time they get back.
Well, hopefully it'll be gone by the time they get back. But we got some green beans and some tomatoes, a whole bunch of cherry tomatoes, and they've got corn. Their corn looks beautiful, and I'm so jealous I can't stand it. I don't know why my corn did what it did. Well, yes, I do. It's the rain. I just couldn't get pollination. Cassie's came out first,
Right.
and for the silks, and it was just a disaster. So I did plant some more, was it 2 days ago?
Yeah.
We planted some more corn 2 days ago, and if that don't work, I'll plant it again in September.
Well, I got to tell you, that video you put up of them youngins this week, that was precious.
Thank you so much. I was so that.
I got a kick out of that.
In fact, I've got 175-ish videos published, and out of all of them, I'm the most proud of that.
Yeah.
Because
Somebody doing a good job with them kids.
Yeah.
It's hard to find. Kids anymore that think of anybody else but themselves.
Exactly, especially a 5-year-old. You know, I think it's sweet.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just part of her nature.
Well, it's probably part of her nature and part of her. I mean, she's being brought up right. I'm sure it's obvious.
Well,
but our generation, we was brought up to, you share everything.
Mm-hmm.
You always look out for people less fortunate than yourself and things like that. And I hate to say it, but I've got a generation of grandkids myself, and they're the most selfish kids I'd ever want to meet. And it's just a shame because that's how they've been raised.
Yeah.
Because that's how the parents are. We got an entitled generation of parents now having babies.
That's true. My 20 and let's see, oldest baby.
22, 23?
No, he's 24 now, and his brother's 25.
That's right.
And those two boys are nothing like the first 3 kids.
Or the next 2.
And there's only about a decade.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Saw a little flicker.
Yeah. And it's flickering.
Are you storming?
No, not right now. But it is cloudy out. Oh, wait a minute. I know what's going on. Give me a minute, Grumpus. Wesley, where's the charge?
It's right here.
Plug in.
That might be it.
That's it.
There we go.
Did it fix it?
Yep.
Sure did.
Yeah, because you were
I did
dropping
everything
right
except plug it in for.
But my oldest 3 kids, they have hearts of gold. And they always try. Well, and I'll tell you this, when I was raising them, I was super poor. And sometimes meals were scattered, you know. And those 3 children know how good they have it. And they've worked all their lives since they were 15 years old.
Yeah.
My daughter, the oldest one that's raising Italy, that young lady has never called in sick to work a day in her life since she was 15. The only time she had to take time off work was when she had to get a pacemaker put in. And she is one workaholic. But I'll tell you, she's responsible. So is the other one. Number 2 child. She's got a master's degree in social work. She just got her LCS. And she just as happy as she is. They have a home. In fact, she just yesterday brought her new car over to show it to. She bought herself a 2021 Wrangler's Willie edition.
Good for her.
I am so proud of that girl. I can't even tell you.
Well, it sounds like them girls had pretty good raising themselves.
Well, I hope so.
You can pat yourself on the back. It's all right.
I'll do it for you.
Well, things were very chaotic when they were growing up. You know, I was very young. But they had 3 rules that was consistent. And that was they were not allowed to be disrespectful. They were not allowed to lie. and they are not allowed to bring any drugs in my house or
Oh, yeah.
or do them. Period. Now, did they? Probably, but they never let me know.
They was respectful enough to hide it from you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And thankfully, they never got in over their heads whatever they were doing as children.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the other two, 20-year-old, they don't do all that either. And I keep saying, you know, I've got 5 adult children. I've never had to pull one out of jail. Nobody ever came pregnant. And nobody's ever danced around a pole. So that's accomplishment, you know?
Right?
So that explains the gray hair, and you've earned every one of them.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. All of those kids really have never given me 2 minutes of worry. Dumb kid stuff, yeah. But digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I used to get into a lot of mischief, but I never got in any trouble
Right.
because there was just too many belts at my house.
Yeah, that's the way I was too. I didn't go crazy until after I moved out of my daddy's house. I remember telling my dad one time, Dad, I'm not a bad kid. Because I wasn't. I was mouthy. And I like to show up late every now and then.
That's where Eric.
But I really wasn't a bad kid. And he looked at me and said, you're as bad as you can be and still live in my house. Well, all right then.
There you go.
Say, who else do we?
Who else do we have in here? How many?
I didn't see nobody raise a hand. We
I didn't see
what,
anybody
6?
raise a hand either.
We got 6.
Got 6. And my feelings are hurt.
That's us. It's us. It got to be 4 lurkers out there.
We need to have workers say hello and inject themselves into this conversation. But my dad just turned 73 last week. And I'm going to tell you, honestly, I hope I can be like him when I'm 73. He is healthy as a horse.
Well, my dad
And-
turned 90. He turned 90 last April. Or
Oh, wow.
A year ago, April.
That is amazing. God.
I'll see him in August.
Now, does he live by himself?
No, he lives with my sister and her husband.
Okay.
My sister and her husband live in the house I grew up in.
Oh, cool.
There was 2 houses on the property. There was a rental house behind us.
Mm-hmm.
And as we all got grown and married and moved away and stuff like that, Dad moved into the little house behind, and my sister and her husband moved into the main house, and I think they're buying that.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's having a few health issues and stuff, so he's moved in with them. My sister takes care of him. I mean, he still drives. He's still into stuff.
That's pretty amazing.
But he's at the age now to where he's kind of afraid to stay by himself.
And I get that. I do. My daughter was just talking to Wesley and I not long ago. We've got 6 years until our youngest graduates. And we're talking about buying property and putting a small mobile home on me and Poppy, which is fine with me. As long as I have land, I don't care what the house looks like.
Yeah.
But she said, she's got a half-acre yard, and she don't mind if I garden it, put a greenhouse on it, whatever I want to do.
She gets the food.
Yeah, she gets the benefit of it. But she was saying, well, why don't y'all just build a granny shack or whatever in the backyard? I said, well, we're going to have to check that out because I don't know what the zone ordinances are and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Come to find out, the town that I live in will not allow 2 private homes on property. The only way you can get away with it is if you attach it to the main structure. Not only that, but they don't allow any kind of mobile or modular home in this town.
Wow.
Now, I get that I am half a mile from the ocean. And I know that a lot of regulations have to do with hurricane damage, et cetera, from Katrina. But when you own your property, you ought to be able to do whatever the heck you want to do.
Amen. That's true. That's the way it should
And
be.
I resent very much that the crackhead that moved out next door from me a week ago is allowed to live in his van in a neighbor's property around the corner. But my daughter can't build a really nice establishment in her backyard. Resident. And they could charge more in taxes and everything else if they wanted to.
Can the property be divided?
No, because there has to be a 35-foot easement
Ah, okay. I got you.
in order for entrance to the property. Which
She could split it and buy the other half herself and build another house on the new property. 'Cause
yes,
she'd have to have a driveway.
yes,
I got you.
exactly. And I don't mind taking the golf cart, but the city does.
Well, me and the
So I
wife.
got a feeling
Go ahead.
that the city of Long Beach is going to lose 2 residents in the next 6 years.
That's a bunch of money.
Well, it might be.
Well, you
We-
think you'll stay in that same area? Where you think you go?
Because my grandparents are here, we're probably not ever going to leave.
Well, you're right. That's the anchor.
It is. However, our plan is to buy a motorhome and live up north during the summertime and come back down at home during the wintertime.
Yeah. See, at one time I thought I'd like to move to New Mexico, but the wife's got her kids and grandkids and everything here, and there's no way we can move away.
Yeah, my kids, my 2 girls are here. And Wesley and I were talking about this the other day because, my daughter is the one that's 16. Have you heard from her?
Yeah, just be on your way. They just wait.
Okay, well,
I'll be back.
Poppy has to go with the 16-year-old. She's babysitting Cat in Columbus.
Okay.
She's getting paid $50 and a pizza to babysit Cat.
Wow. Does she need help?
I'm like, that is one heck of a gig, little girl.
I'll tell you what. That's as good as I'm doing now.
I know, right? But we were just talking about her the other day because she's struggling with growing up. She tells me she don't want to go off to college. She doesn't want to grow up. She doesn't want to take care of herself. She wants to stay with us forever.
Well, I just got a 41-year-old moved out of my house within the last 2 months. He
Is
still
that
doesn't
right?
want to grow up or take care of himself.
Stop!
He needed some help for a month, and we let him move in. That was 4 years ago.
Oh, for the love of God.
And I was ready for him to go a long time ago, but Mama, that's still her baby.
That's right.
And I kept telling him, he keeps screwing up. I keep telling him, I said, one of these days, you're going to piss off Mama, and I ain't going to be able to protect you.
Right.
And sure enough, he pulled a dumb stunt, and she told him, pack his bags and get out.
Well,
He's
at
over
41.
He's 41, and he still can't take care of himself.
That is something I'm trying to teach her. Is
But
to
But that's
pay her
only half.
bill.
That's only half him.
Well, I get that.
You know what I mean?
I do. Yes, I do.
So until I can fix the other half, he'll never get fixed.
Well, now that I'm older, with the plan that was in the works, as far as leaving 4 or 5 months a year and just travel,
Hmm.
I don't think that I would mind if they stayed home until they're ready. However, the first 3 kids I had moved out by the time they were 19 years old. And they
Yeah,
can take it for themselves.
You know, sooner or later there comes a time when you either got to kick them out of the nest, you got to eat them, or do something.
I agree.
I mean, there's got to be a time when you would think on their own they would give you. You know, I kept thinking he'd get tired of living with me.
Right.
I didn't make it easy for him.
Well, I always, once my kids turned 18 and they were graduating school, I charged them a minimal amount of. They had to pay their own insurance from the time they were 16,
Yeah.
and they had to pay their own cell phone bills because I wasn't paying. So that's kind of how the ball started rolling.
Right. And that's kind of the way it was with him, except he's eating all my food.
Yeah, that's a problem.
He ate a lot.
I know he did. I had teenage boys. I know, and grown boys. But oh boy, them young boys can put away some groceries.
Yep, they can.
But
But
My
he's out.
boy.
He's out at the moment, so
well, hopefully that
He's
will
out
be
of work.
a trend.
he's out of work. But I don't know what he's doing.
Well, does he have skills to be able to support himself?
Yes, but he won't apply them. He's learned to live his whole life depending on others.
I get it.
You know, he waits till somebody tells him what to do next. He waits for somebody to tell him, okay, go over and talk to so and so. He's got a job for you. He waits till somebody says, you know, should I do your laundry for you? Because, you know, you've had that same shirt on for 4 days. I mean, he just waits until it just comes to him. And I've told my wife, I said, he's learned how to make it on the backs of everybody else. And it just becomes natural for him.
Right.
And he's so slick at it that, you know, people are doing stuff for him and they don't even realize what happened.
Right.
And I'm the one trying to cut that cord, you know, grow up or die.
I don't understand that mentality because one of my 20-something is kind of like,
I can't wrap my brain around it because I've always been an independent cuss. Even when I was
me too.
a teenager, I couldn't get out of the house fast enough to be on my own.
I left home the day I graduated school.
And you know, and I was even taking him to work, gave him a job, and I told the wife, I said, you know, you can't, if you can't bruise their ego, if you can't make them feel ashamed, if you can't make them feel guilt, you know, you got no leverage. You can't get through to him. You know, I can't even insult his manhood because he really don't care as long as mom brings him a plate. So, you know, it's a shame. It's a rotten shame.
It is. And see, I don't understand that mentality. That
I
and
couldn't
I'm not going to
depend on
say
my mom.
all, because I've got some young people that get up and go to work every day and make themselves,
Oh, yeah.
and sometimes it's a struggle, but they do it. And then I have one in particular that thinks the government ought to take care of it.
There you go. Well, I left home at 19 and never looked back. And I never took a dime from my parents. To this day, I've never taken a dime from them. And
And
as
actually,
a
there were
man,
times when I should have humbled myself and said, "Hey, I need help.
yeah,
help."
well, I should have too a couple of times, but as a man, I could not take stuff from my mom.
And I get that.
I'm just old fashioned. I'm
Mhm.
chivalry's
Well,
not
and you're a
dead.
man,
I'll still
Rumpus.
hold the door open for you.
Hmm. And my husband's the way. In fact, I was 35, excuse me, 34 when I met him. And for the first year, we were hanging out together. Well, we were married 8 months. But I used to look at him and say, "What planet are you from?" And
You
he'd
sound like
say,
my
"Florida." But he was just so different than most of the people I had been exposed to.
Way he was raised.
It was. And it's the way I was raised too. And so it just works.
Yeah.
We have the same ideals. We have the same goals at the end. And that's what it's all about.
Well, it's like me and my wife. It just took us a long time to find each other.
That's the way he said. That's exactly what he said all the time.
I had 2 practice wives getting ready for her.
I had 2 practice husbands.
Boy, did I need the training.
And I almost had 3 practice husbands. But for whatever reason, common sense failed, and I never married number 3. Gosh, that was a mess. But I'm glad that I found this.
Well, I can tell you a funny story.
Go ahead.
My ex, I was her 4th husband. Every husband she had was named Bill. So
Oh, for the love of God.
so when we decided to part ways, I mean, it wasn't hateful or anything like that. She had kids in Florida,
Right.
wanted to move to Florida. I says they're burying me in Texas with my boots on. So we just come to a point in our life to where why make each other miserable? If that's what you want to do it. I'll do my thing. So I mean, right up until the whole divorce process was probably a year and a half.
Oh, my.
And we still lived here. I mean, people around us couldn't understand why we didn't hate each other.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, she was getting ready to move to Florida, and she said, "Well, what are you going to do? When I leave?" I said, "Well, I'm going to call Florida and tell every Bill there that you're coming."
Oh, my God. Well, if you want to hear a funny, my ex had the same name as my husband. And that's one reason that I almost didn't go out with him. I didn't want to do that. But he convinced me that was a good idea. And I'm glad he did.
Yeah, that's good. It all worked
My
out.
dad tells me every time I talk to him, which is about weekly, you better get on your knees and thank God every day that you've got that husband you've got. Dad, I do.
That's
I
great.
do.
That is great.
I do, and I know what side my bread's buttered on. And it was the fluke that I ran across it. But it
Well,
was.
I was born and raised in Indiana.
Uh-huh.
My wife was born and raised here in Houston. I moved down here to Houston in '78, and I think she moved to Indiana in '76 or '77. And one thing led to another. Years later, she ended up back down in Houston where we met. But it's just funny that we just kind of crossed that way.
Right. If I would have moved a year later, I never would have met Wes. So, glad I moved when I did.
Well,
But when I moved, I was running for my life growing.
it's funny how our paths crossed.
It really is.
In
And
fact, we
it
met
makes you
online.
kind of, I'm sorry, what?
Me and my wife met online.
Are you kidding me?
Match.com.
Isn't that something? Huh.
Yeah, we met online.
You know, right before I met Wesley, I was alone raising my kids, and I put myself on some, I don't remember the name of it, but it was some internet dating thing. And I was in a new town, so I didn't know nobody there.
Right.
So I thought, well, maybe I can at least get a free dinner.
Did I date you?
No. But I met this one gentleman who was actually a very nice man. But he had children, and I just wasn't interested in raising somebody else's kids because I had enough of my own.
Well, yeah.
Because at the time I had 5, and he had 2 teenage children, and I knew that would be a disaster from the get-go.
Yeah.
But he was a very nice man from Scotland, had the accent thing, had a tremendous knowledge of history. So we would talk for hours of Scottish history, British history, all of that. But when I met Wesley, I just kind of dumped him. And I don't know why I did it, except for this.
You can meet some nice people online, but you got to weed through a lot of crazies to get to them.
Yeah, that's true.
And I originally did it just on a dare. One of my buddies dared me. And of course, me and Vicky, we dated 4.5 years because I was a confirmed bachelor. I told my friends, cut my tongue out before I can say the words.
Right. I was kind of that way too, but it only took Wes 8 months to convince me that marrying him was a good idea.
Well, we just become best friends and took it real slow and.
Yeah. And sometimes, do you mind if I ask how old you were when you married her?
Well, see, I was 50. So we met. Yeah, I was 50 or 51 when we met.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, we dated 4.5 years, so I would have been 45 when we got married.
Right.
In fact, what time is it? The 10th. That's the 10th tomorrow. That's our wedding anniversary.
Oh, well, happy anniversary, Grumpus and Mrs. Grumpus.
I'll probably have to take her to dinner.
You better. My goodness. Make it a nice.
But yeah, it's been. I'm glad I did it. I mean, I said I'd never ever do it again, but
Yeah.
I found a good one.
And sometimes that's all it takes.
She keeps me in line, so that's what I needed.
I kind of needed that too.
I mean, I'm
And
a
I know
whole
that
lot
sounds
different now than I
crazy.
was. I'm a whole lot different now than I was 15 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I understand that comment tremendously. You don't even know.
I don't know if she just made me a better person or if I just got tired.
I have juggled that 20 years now. I told Wesley when we had Violet, actually, when I found out I was going to have Violet, I looked at him and I said, because I'm 7 years older than him,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, I want you to realize that by the time she's a teenager, I'm going to be in my and I'm going to be too dang tired. So I hope you're prepared to parent a teenager. And actually, she's a dad.
Oh, that's great.
If If something happened to me tomorrow, she'd be sad, but by then she'd still have her daddy.
There you go.
Now, the little boy, that might be a little bit of a story. And he might be that 41-year-old one day that I'm having to kick out of my house.
I hope not.
I hope not too. But honestly, it's going to be a hard road for me to let go of that.
Well, it's got to be. I mean, I tell my wife, I say, I'll never know, what you're going through being a mom and all that.
Right.
But, you're telling me that, he didn't have a father figure or anybody to grow up with. And
Well, didn't he have you?
No. I married a woman with 3 grown children.
Grown children.
Her baby was 35.
Okay.
And or maybe 32. I don't know. But anyway, I thought it was safe. I got this lady that's got grown kids, and I tell you what, that's the most dysfunctional bunch of brats I ever seen in my life.
Get it?
I never.
And that is why I never married anybody who had children.
I never had any children of my own.
Oh, I see.
By choice.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I went through the years, I just told people I never got to the point to where I wanted to share my toys. And until I was ready to share my toys, I don't need to be having any little ones.
Right.
And I thought I dodged a bullet, and I married her with these grown kids, and I tell you what.
You ended up having to share some toys, didn't you?
Gosh, I never thought I'd have a 41-year-old acting like they were 9.
It happens. Here's the problem with that. My dad has always told me all my life, if a person's not grown by the time they're 40, they never will.
No. Oh, but what I was trying to tell you was I was kind of forced in this fatherly role, this somebody to look up to and teach him to hold a door open for a lady and stuff like that. That's not a job I asked for, but I took it on. Mm-hmm. But it seemed like me and her butt heads a lot of times because I may be a little hard on him. And I said, well, he's 40. He should be able to take it.
If he was 12, I might think she might have a point.
If he was the fruit if she was the fruit of my loins, I'd be putting a belt on his ass.
Right. I'm going to put Marcel in the stream.
Hey, Marcel, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, Marcel.
How are you? Can you hear me?
Doing great. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, you're a little.
There's I can hear an echo on yours, Charlotte, before I even got on. Do you have YouTube open? Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear an echo.
Well, on my end, I could. I'm And now I can't hear you at all.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. Let me see what's going on. I don't have anything open.
It's got to be something. Because I've been hearing myself in my own stream.
You can hear your echo?
Yeah. And I don't have other devices.
This is very psychedelic all of a sudden.
Who was that, Crumpus? Was that a kitty cat?
Yeah, she let me know she's ready to go to bed and I should go with her. This is the one that adopted us a couple summers ago.
Oh, look at her. I'm trying to change this screen around.
Do you have YouTube open in a separate window?
No, actually, I have nothing. It's me, my phone, and that's it.
I'm hearing some background noise. Not now.
Is that better?
Am I still echoey?
Do you hear it, Charlotte?
Hear a little bit of,
A little bit of muffling in the background.
yeah.
From me? Let's see.
Do you have a radio or a TV going on in the house? Maybe we can hear.
No, I'm sitting outside. You hear crickets. But yeah, normally this happens when I like have a separate window open with YouTube in it. But I
Right.
don't have
Right.
that.
It usually happens to me too.
I'm all muted.
Give me just a second. You know what I'm going to do? Let me go out and come back in. But I can't remember how to do that.
I kick myself out of every stream I ever heard. So
Give me a second, you guys.
you can come back.
Well, I guess it's just us now.
It's just us, and I'm still echoing, so it's still psychedelic up in this place. Wow. There she comes.
How's that?
Still a little echoey. I'm gonna leave and come back.
Okay.
And then it's my turn.
Okay. Oh my goodness. See my cast irons?
I see that. I've got one like that. See,
What?
that's a little oval pan there on the bottom, isn't it? Like a 9-inch oval.
It's a griddle.
Yeah, I've got one just like that. I like it.
I love it. I probably use it at least four times a week.
Yeah.
And that's not including breakfast,
Yeah.
because it makes the best eggs in the world.
Yeah, I'm real fond of my cast iron.
I am too. But I had to get rid of the Dutch oven.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was too heavy for me to man.
okay. So I just recently bought one.
Is she?
Was during the freeze. I bought one right before the freeze.
Yeah.
Hey, Dwayne, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Dwayne. You heard the echo too. Is it still happening, Dwayne?
No, I used my Dutch oven during the freeze.
Okay.
I
To cook on the fire?
yeah, I just set it. I got the put it on a little stand and set it right there by the fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I made chili one day. I think I made some gumbo one day, and it was awesome.
We'll see. I still hear the echo.
Do you still hear echo?
That's what Dwayne.
Am I echoing?
All I know is I sleep.
I can't
There's
hear it
a
on my
delay.
headphones. At first, I thought maybe Marcel had a bad Wi-Fi connection,
Right.
but you sound good to me right now.
Okay. I'm just hearing after speaking. It's probably a second delay.
Dwayne only hears it just you, Charlotte.
Okay. Well,
So are you using a laptop and your phone?
not anymore. I was, and I'm just on my phone right now.
Okay.
So,
'Cause sometimes the phone will pick up the audio off the laptop.
right. See, look.
Oh, you froze up.
Uh-oh. Well, on a sec. Can you still see? Okay.
Yeah, you're working now.
See? Zero.
Yeah.
I love this little Chromebook.
Well, does the Chromebook have a camera on it?
It does.
Is your phone a better camera than the laptop?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me check something out. Huh. You know what I'm going to do? Might turn my phone and this way. Well, it's telling me. That's true. Okay, hang on.
You got to mute one of them.
I don't know what to.
You had
Because there was no volume at all on that.
You had a feedback loop.
That's insane. Okay, well, stay away. And I'm thinking, oh, you're too little there. Gotta fix you.
Hey, I know my place.
That's terrible. But what was that? What were we talking about?
We were talking about flogging children and when they're grown.
We were talking about terrible children. I came from a mixed, as far as yours, mine, and ours.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how to. Was basically the redheaded stepchild, black sheep of. And so, as I became an adult and started having my own children, I realized that if I were involved with somebody who had children, I would hate to put them through what I went through.
I can understand that.
And I was very desperate because I never wanted to victimize somebody else's child. And I don't think I would have now that I'm old.
Right.
Because I love most children. If I can treat them like I would my own. If I can't, I might have a problem.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not. I just have expectations of respectfulness, honesty.
Well, I do too.
You know, the basic expectation.
That's why I told my wife I shouldn't have to teach her adult kids what courtesy is.
You are exactly right. And I wonder, do you ever wonder why he wasn't that?
I'm pretty sure why he wasn't. But it's like I told my wife, I shouldn't have to teach him courtesy and how to be polite and how to treat women and how to be. I mean, if they were my own kids, then they would have learned that by the time they were 10, 11 years old.
If not before.
I resent having to be chastised for trying to teach an adult, please and thank you. I was thrown into this role. I didn't ask for it, but I accepted it. So don't tell me I'm being too hard, because I think somebody ought to own their own actions.
Right.
You can be forgiven, but that doesn't mean you're not accountable.
Right. That is something I tell my two that still live at home. If you mess up, you need to be the first one that says, hey, I'm sorry, I made a bad decision, or I screwed up. Will you help me how to fix it?
Yeah.
And I believe that they understand that at their ages now.
Marcel's back.
Oh, okay. Sorry. No. Add to stream.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, my
And I
dear.
still have an echo.
I don't know why.
Then now I have a third echo. Well, you're the one that came over here. All right, goodbye. Bye. Mom's trying to talk to her friends. Beat it.
She is such a pretty
Yes.
little girl.
Thank you. We finished up swim lessons today.
Swim lesson?
Mm-hmm. So she mastered 3 skills in one class, which is good. She's still a little timid. Is the echo like, do I just hear it or do y'all hear it too?
I hear it too. And I'm getting really frustrated with it. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of stuff on my
Yeah, there might be a window open, like in the background.
That's what I'm trying to look for.
Charlotte, is there a possibility you've got your app running twice on your phone?
Let me check. No.
Okay. Because the laptop's off.
Right.
When I checked in earlier, there was no echo. You were just perfectly normal. So since I checked in earlier, something changed.
Something, and I don't know what it is.
Is somebody sitting near you with another device running? Is your husband or your daughter or your child, anybody sitting near you watching this?
We're going to have a kid beaten.
Oh.
So how you
Welcome
been doing, Marcel?
welcome to my house. Yes. Oh.
So how's the house coming?
Well, we were getting a little concerned because we couldn't get a hold of anybody. Like, we were like, what is going on? Like, nothing has happened. But it's looking more like September timeframe now,
Okay.
which we kind of planned on. But now it's for real, like September.
So are you going to have to relocate the kids in school and stuff, or will they get to start in that area?
Because I can't reach the garage opener.
Okay. Why do you need to open the garage?
I hear socks meowing. He wants to come in.
Okay, bye-bye. He's fine. I'll get him in a minute. Okay, I'm about to put an 8-year-old to bed. No, they'll stay. I'm in a small town, and the schools are just what they are.
Okay.
So it's just going to be a lot more driving, but they'll stay where they are.
Oh, that's good. You don't have to worry about that then. Charlotte changed. She changed.
You changed positions. Oh no! Oh, sorry. I've been having allergies and it's driving me crazy. So sitting outside may not be the best place for me, but I'm here anyway.
So you've been getting a lot of rain over there?
Yes, and it's kicked up so much stuff.
Yeah, same way over here.
Okay. I tried to come back in now.
It's strange because I hear it, like I have a delay. Like I hear myself.
But Grumpus is not seeming to have any audio.
Yeah, Grumpus is doing just fine over there. You get to hear it twice.
I'll be right back.
I went 2 weeks,
2 weeks?
so I fell off the wagon tonight.
Well, you made it 2 weeks. That's more than the
Yeah,
rest
I
of
just
us.
need to take a break. I was feeling so tired and run down.
Yeah.
Maybe she just has to end it and start it again.
Yeah, because I haven't heard. I mean, even now I haven't heard echo from her. So I don't know.
Well,
what
I'm
she's
telling you,
hearing.
when I checked in earlier, she was just fine. There was no echo. Everything was just normal. She was eating the MREs.
Trying to find my head. Son, could you please go find me either earbud or headphone? There, thanks. Appreciate it.
Well, that was fun.
Let's see. If that helps, then I guess I'll go get mine too. We can all be taking orders.
Okay, how's that?
Sounds
Somewhat
good.
better.
You're still echoey, Marcel.
Yes. Hold on.
Yay! You win!
We have a winner.
Okay. BRB. I'm going to try not to kick myself out.
Okay. I'll let you back in. I can still hear that delay. I wonder if it's StreamYard.
Well, it could be StreamYard, but it could be Marcel may have a bad Wi-Fi connection. It may be lagging.
Yeah.
It may be lagging on her end.
I know that I've got maybe a half-second delay.
I don't hear an echo with you.
Yeah, there's no echo. It's just a delay on my end. Yeah, Dwayne, I hear it.
What do you mean it's like a radio station? What does that mean?
Yeah. Oh, Wesley said he's picked up the package and he's on his way back.
He's got the stuff.
Got it. Very valuable cargo there. Look, Grumpus, I have spent more on a Sweet 16 party than I spent on my own wedding.
Well, thank goodness I only turned 16 once.
And I'm ashamed of myself.
So is that, whose fault is that?
Mine. Radio stations have a delay to get the things like bloopers out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
To bleep people.
Yeah. So if they hear ugly cuss words, they can just hit a button. Bam.
I mean, there's generally a delay between StreamYard and what's hitting the YouTube channel.
Right. And
But usually if you mute the browser, then you don't have that issue.
Hey, Sue dear, I'm so happy to see you're here. I am doing great. How are you, honey? This young man, oh my goodness, he's probably not that young anymore. He is a friend of my daughter's, and he went to her wedding in Vegas.
Oh, yeah?
And I met him there, and he was going to school here in the state. And oh my goodness, thank you. I'm so glad to hear that you're doing well. Such a nice young man.
What part of the world are you in, Sudhir?
Are you still in the States? I'm curious. Because I know for a long time he really battled keeping visas so that he could continue going to school.
Right.
And, it was during all that time when visas were not easy to get.
And COVID's really messed that up.
Oh my goodness, you're in Chicago. Good Lord, why?
He lost the bet in Vegas.
You must have. Yeah. Didn't you get married, Sudhir? Yes, you're from India. Right. I remember that. Bless your heart. Thank you so much for saying hey and coming to my stream.
Now, my wife works at an engineering firm that has the owners from India, and of course, there's a lot of engineers and draftspeople that work there from India.
Sure.
And with this COVID thing hit, I mean, a lot of them are on work visas. And they couldn't get them renewed. They couldn't go back home. They was afraid if they went back home, they wouldn't be able to get back over here. And
right.
It's messed up a lot of their lives for this last 12, 13 months.
That is such a shame. So, dear, I hope you are healthy and happy, and let me know when there's going to be some baby.
Don't listen to her, Sudhir. Stay happy.
Hey, Cypress, how are you doing tonight?
There she is.
There. No, I hope like crazy that by the time that Wesley and I are ready to retire, that these kids are mostly ready to care for themselves. And that is my goal.
Yeah, because you don't have to worry about that.
Right. And when my younger kids were in their 20s, I was still a young person. When these kids are in their 20s, it's going to be my golden years.
You're
And
right.
I want to enjoy them and not have to babysit adult children that I gave birth to.
That's exactly right.
And I need them to respect the fact that I am going to be in my golden years and I'm not their, I do want to continue to be their soft place to fall if they need it.
Well, of course, but you hope you've instilled in them what they can respect, that you've paid your dues.
Yeah.
You spent the time.
I've done my job.
You did what you're supposed to do. Now it's time for them to take that torch and let you guys have a break.
Right. And I think that instilling a sense of independence in young people, if it's possible, because look, Grumpus, some people are just born the way they are.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't turn a sofa into a sports car.
We're all different. That's true.
However, I think the way that you bring a child up dictates a lot of that as well. It's the classic nature versus nurture scenario. But I'm hoping that the only one that I really am concerned about is the 12-year-old. And there she is. There's my girl.
Oh God. Let's try this. I think I'm still echoing.
A little bit.
And I look
Not
like
as bad.
I'm gonna make you a cheeseburger.
Hey, lady, fix me a sandwich.
For real. Extra cheese, secret sauce.
Have you guys had to get a sandwich at Subway lately?
No, ma'am.
I haven't been there in a long time.
My kids love Subway. They have canceled 2 of my very favorite sandwiches. They don't have the seafood salad anymore, and they don't have roast beef anymore.
It's too
I'm a little
expensive.
miffed about it.
Yeah, beef prices have gone up.
They have gone up, but that's my favorite.
Yeah.
So now I have to go to McAllister's.
Oh. I haven't been there in a long time.
I love McAllister's deli.
No, I used to have a
One of my
Subway.
nieces loves them.
Yeah.
Used to have a Subway not too far from where I worked, and I ate there for lunch quite often. But I haven't eaten at Subway in several years.
We
There's,
just
there's
had
not one around me that's handy.
right. We have one right up the road, and the kids wanted Subway the other night. My son likes bacon pizza. Can't really blame him, but I was looking at their menu because Wesley was on his way home, and he said, "What do you want?" And I looked through the menu. I'm like, nothing. Of course, I might be a little bit spoiled. Obvious. Yeah. Oh.
What happened?
Nope, she froze up.
Oh no. And I'm still echoing, but at least we're still here. I feel like I should be.
A lot of gremlins tonight.
I'm saying. She might have to. Maybe she should stop it, and start a new one.
Well, we could always try that.
Let's see if
Wonder,
she's got stuck in that position.
wonder if she's still talking. Doesn't realize she's locked up.
Oh no, sure. Oh no. So how have you been, Grumpus?
I've been doing pretty good. I was telling Charlotte earlier, the wife said I'd getting a little grumpy, and I said, well, I think I'm going through this rain depression. I need some sunshine.
Can't get outside.
It's rained here. I think this will be the 8th weekend straight that we've had rain. And
I think it's
We've
only
had a
our
little-
third, Grumpus.
the only time I can play is on the weekends, and I get irritable when I can't get out and play.
Can out and do some stuff. Yeah, it rained here all day, and it rained hard.
And then I got
We have an
viewers-
above ground pool, and it is full to the rim.
Oh my.
I got viewers on YouTube keep asking when you gonna do a video, when you gonna do a video. I keep
So when it
telling them,
quits raining,
if it ever stops raining, I got the camera sitting by the back door ready to go.
right. Right.
And I got
My
thinking the other
goodness.
day, maybe I just need to do a rain video.
We were talking
There
about
you
that
go.
last weekend, Grumpus.
I know I may just need to cook in the rain with an umbrella.
Right. And you know what? I think we've decided for the party, we're just going to do boneless chicken thighs
Yeah.
and some pork ribs. But I have to feed probably 50 to 60 people.
Have you seen the price of pork ribs here lately?
I have not, and I'm a little
Might want-
afraid of it.
You might want to check that out before you make any promises.
Yeah.
Hi, Patrick.
Hey,
You did make
Patrick.
it back.
Are you still at work? Wesley, you plugged my
Your phone?
phone into my computer.
What's wrong with that?
Well, you needed to plug it into the fast charger so it didn't run down as fast. So if you could plug it in, I'd
I'm trying
appreciate
to
it.
blame Wesley.
Look, it is his fault. Hush up.
Whose fault?
He said, Grumpus said, look at her trying to blame Wesley. There, that'll be better. So now I just have to wait until it charges up a little bit and turn it on. You know what's funny, guys? I'm on my computer now. Phone's completely off.
And unplug.
I've got a speaker plugged into my computer, and I still have a little bit of a delay.
Do you want to stop the stream and start over? Maybe
I would
it's
It could be a StreamYard problem.
Do you have
It
a
could be.
speaker and headphones? plugged in?
No,
Just the headphones.
Just the headphones.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because earlier you were fine when you were doing the MRE and you were talking about that, and then Grumpus had come up with you, and I caught that, and I was helping another friend with the live, like I was doing a moderator thing with them and kind of listening to you on the side, but you had no echo, no issue. But when I came and I could finally pop on with you, the echo was pretty intense.
significant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patrick, are you hearing an echo now?
He's saying echo, echo, echo.
Welcome to this psychedelic live stream. Still,
Somebody's got a
So-
web page open.
You know
I can hear
what? Okay, Marcel, tell me how to end it and restart it. Just hit end
Well, just-
broadcast.
yeah, just hit end. Like we'll all leave and just end it, and then just shut it all down, and then just start a new stream. Just do it all again.
Okay.
Just
Start
shut
a
it down
YouTube
like you were
live.
done for the night,
Okay.
and
I
then
will do
start
that.
all over, and
Sounds
we'll
like
look
a
for you.
Okay. I'll be back in less than 5 minutes.
I'll be
Laura,
back
we're
in the
gonna
park.
leave and come back
Yeah,
around,
we're going to leave
Laura.
and come
to
back.
try to get
so
rid of
look for us.
these sound problems.
Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. See you
For a
soon.
minute.
Not right now. Not right now. I need to end the broadcast.